Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of the One Duplicant Challenge. In the previous episode we established the starter infrastructure and today it's time for some exploration and cleanup. First of all, I would like to explore the surroundings a little bit in order to figure out if we have active geysers somewhere that we need to secure, and for that we're gonna build up our ladder shaft. I'm also gonna remove the shaft here, but I want to make sure that we keep some tiles in place so building materials can accumulate there and I have an easier time. And there I go already building the stuff. The oxygen diffuser just started to work. This is another thing we'll have to kind of limit as I don't want to oxygenate the entire planetoid. Good night. In order to clean things up a little bit, I want to set up some storages here on the top and we're just gonna clean up the flooring here where we actually operate the most. I also would like to improve my battery situation, so we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into the research. I guess it's enough if we get started with power regulation so we get access to the jumbo battery. I think this is gonna be the first duplicant in history that will never ever idle. It's magnificent and sad at the same time. I'm trying my best to ignore our two victims, but it is difficult. Ah, there we go. There's already our first cool steam vent and it is indeed exposed, so over time it would heat up the environment. Let's now maybe take care of the cleanup. I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep up all the items here and then I'm gonna store everything in these storages. Actually all, but sweep only, and we'll also have that at a low priority. So if I have intentions of storing a specific item somewhere else, any higher priority is gonna do. Wait a second, don't charge the battery. We want to deconstruct it and replace it with a bigger one. There it is. We need to increase the priority, otherwise I'm just stupidly using the manual generator. Wonderful, now we can actually charge up a respectable battery. 4 times the charge at our disposal. With no available building commands, I'm now starting to clean up the floors. Oh yes, that already looks much nicer. Another printable for us, some brine. Not really in need for that, but let's get it. Might be useful to cool something down initially. I also would like to expand the base with a cellar, move the liquid a little bit over here so we have the space for our ladder shaft. And I think in order to do that, I'm just gonna open up a little something here, make my way down with the ladder, and we might be able to get rid of all of these tiles. Of course, trying to ignore the fact that Steve and Marie still dwell there. Oh, looks like we found our first rotten food that I can bring to the compost and do some shoveling. And there goes my liquid. I will have to make sure to still have access to some of it, so maybe let's set up the next floor. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna expand this all the way over to here. Looks like we contracted our first disease of the series, hypothermia. This is probably only gonna be a topic in the beginning, as soon enough I'm gonna aim for some exosuits. I think it is time for one more downtime slot here. Right now I'm always going to bed a little late. And in terms of priorities, we also want to enable proximity by now. At this point we could already switch to coal power, but I want to keep the manual generator in place just a little while longer so I can train my athletics and machinery skill. Makes it a little bit more future-proof. And right now we are not using that much power, so I only really have to use the generator once per cycle. Huh, well you look at that, we kind of got our first useful care package. Let's print that sweater. Do I always have to be reminded of my deed from the first cycle? Let's just equip it to Nathan. Maybe at the point when I bury these guys, they will not gonna be involved in the menus anymore. This is gonna be the spot for my new pitcher pump instead of over there. We're gonna try to capture most of the water inside of here, but some of it I'm just gonna let drop down into the next pocket, including Steve and Marie, by the way. We just earned another skill point. This is going to be important. I need improved carrying. I need to be able to build a little bit quicker, carry more materials. And right here, we're gonna keep on digging down. Now, actually, before I do that, let's cut this off. I would like to introduce some oxygen masks, so I don't always have to go ahead and catch my breath. It's gonna make exploring considerably easier. To have this ability, we need to research the portable gases, and we will get the oxygen mask checkpoint as well as the dock. Right now we only have the crafting station, but there is no workable recipe. I'm gonna force myself to go this way so we can have the checkpoint right here, and then we just go down. So this is gonna be closed off. We already researched the gas pump stuff. I wanna set this up somewhere where we can feed the oxygen stations and I'm not running the risk of picking up too much carbon dioxide. So for instance, right here would be a good spot. No carbon dioxide is gonna come down here unless I start working on this region. But for now, this should be fine. And we just go beneath, go all the way down into the oxygen station. We can then hook this up to our normal power. That should suffice. I just love this sweater. It really fits me. But sadly, there's nobody to show it to. And there is my pump, already functional. We just need to do a tiny bit more research. Said and done, we now have access to the oxygen mask checkpoint. I'm gonna place here together with an oxygen mask dock. This is not even gonna require power or anything, it's just requiring the actual oxygen. And obviously we also need to craft an oxygen mask. Let's build one with copper, as it's the only thing we have. Looks like our outhouse has filled up for the first time. This is gonna be priority 7 for things that do actually matter, that need to be done in the cycle they are happening. The polluted dirt can be brought over to the compost. We still don't have a solution for the wash basin, the polluted water. There we go, increasing our strength by quite a bit actually doing that, and I also look pretty happy. Oxygen mask dock, we need to deliver a mask, and of course the mask is crafted at the crafting station here. And here we go, delivering the mask. It is now being filled up, and that means as of this point we will be using the mask to go down and we will not have to catch our breath. That means we're now ready to continue the ladder shaft down here and check out what we can find. As usual, I'm gonna leave some tiles in place to collect the sandstone and build the ladders with it. Though maybe at this point we want to be careful a little bit and lead the water over to the right so we don't lose everything. Yeah, I think this might actually be a viable option to do that. We're gonna do the same thing upwards, however here the oxygen is not gonna be that much of a problem since it will naturally flow up the ladder shaft. I do want to prevent to dig up the slime for the time being, so we'll probably think of something else. Oh no, this guy is active. So yeah, in due time this is gonna cause us some issues. We will have to work towards some more research to get access to the insulated tiles. Now, as you can see, we're using the oxygen mask for the first time, and this is gonna make things a lot easier. Of course, we're still not protected from the elements, but the breathing is usually a bigger problem. Steve and Marie could tell you a tale about that. Good, we're now a little bit further into the digging process. I feel like I've explored enough. I found 2 cool steam vents that need to be secured, so I need to focus on research a little bit. We are aiming for the insulated tile to keep off the heat, but in order to do so we'll have to have access to the supercomputer by going for the advanced research here. I'm gonna build my supercomputer over here, so I'm already dragging a cable over. Oh, well, you look at that, our first nice food. I'm definitely glad about an omelette for a change. That's our supercomputer, let's go ahead and add it. And we're also gonna dive back into the research to get that insulated tile ASAP. In the meantime, we can already prepare the drainage of this polluted water, and I can see we already have access to the thimble reed. That is gonna be very crucial. I'm gonna make my way inside of here, and then I'm just gonna dig a stairway down until I feel like we have enough space. Actually, maybe at this point this is already good. I'm gonna dig my way down and build a ladder shaft. My goal is basically to set up a polluted water storage here, and that is gonna allow us to explore even further and maybe already take care of some of the slime. In order to be able to use the supercomputer, we'll have to level up once more, but I think it's soon time, and we should be getting that 3rd skill point. Oh, nice, we actually got it overnight. Let's have a look at that. Advanced research here, supercomputer usage is exactly what we need. Plus the additional science is gonna level us up even quicker. Man, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm gonna be able to enjoy the game from a very different side when I don't have to focus on 14 duplicants or so. And I think it's really enjoyable to also watch the game grow in this way. I know some of you are not gonna find this particularly challenging, and it is not challenging in terms of survivability, but it is gonna be challenging in terms of coming up with all the designs that don't require duplicant labor, such as smelting, using magma heat and stuff like that. Good, we have started to dig out the terrain. I'm now gonna find a way to actually dig up here. Let's also build this with granite, since we have a lot of it here. And I want to make my way all the way up here without digging up the slime just yet. So we want to open up all the polluted water pockets and of course already gain access to a little bit of that nice gold amalgam. I'm first going to dig out the pocket here at the bottom before we actually open up anything, but then we need to take care of that cool steam vent. It is really hot in here, so I'm not sure we can actually do it before it goes dormant. I would suggest we're gonna start with 2 chambers arranged like this. That should be plenty of space to store that polluted water. Oh no, the omelette actually rotted away. So bad, so bad. Let's also up the priority of the compost to 7, just like with the wash basin and the outhouse. Oh nice, we actually completed the research. I almost missed that, and we got access to the insulated tile as well as some other nifty stuff. With that in mind, let's go ahead and start encasing these. Now, I will need to be careful. I cannot just waltz in there without an exosuit in this state. But I just want to already mark them off so I know where they are and what I want to focus on. We are also gonna keep on building down here together with Marie. She's still very loyal, as it seems. There's also a chlorine vent, but this one is not going to be dangerous as it is already overpressured. Oh, what am I doing? This is supposed to be a ladder, and I'm not so sure. I don't think I actually want to open this up, so I'm gonna be a little bit careful. I want to leave the Draco here undisturbed, so later on we can snatch one. We just finished with the storage here, so I'm gonna work on my ladder shaft here and drain all the polluted water that we can find. Actually, before that happens, we might want to set up a little lip here, so we don't get any accidents inside of the base. So I might want to prioritize that. Hopefully it can drain fast enough. Yeah, actually looks legitimate. Okay, though I don't think we actually have enough space for all the polluted water here. It's a little bit more than I expected. The cool steam vent right here actually stopped spewing out things, so I might want to hurry up with excavating it. We're gonna make our way over here, carefully navigating around the slime. I mean, digging up slime isn't that bad, don't get me wrong, but I just want to do it in a controlled environment, and then we want to focus on that. So we're first gonna dig up and then build all of the insulated tiles. Here we are breaking through. It is hot initially, but it is gonna cool down somewhat. 77. Actually, it might be just a tad too hot. We'll have to observe this. Don't scold, please. Yeah, I think we're just below the margin, 75 degrees or so. So it looks like we will be able to patch this up during the idle phase, and then we can take our sweet time to do the rest and the taming eventually. I know, rising pressure already. Don't do this to me. Oh no! That's not good. That's not good. Not good, not good. We'll have to finish this the next time, so I'm gonna have to patch this up now. Okay, no problem. We can continue with the drainage here. Looks like we can briefly go back in there. I'm gonna attempt to finish this, of course, after pooping and sleeping. That goes without saying. I think something I have to do is disable disinfect for these buildings. That sometimes interrupts my workflow. Okay, right now we are scalding, but I think we might be able to do it. Can we? No. No! I had to recover my breath. Now we took all this damage for nothing. We have to get away. Go, 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 go. Okay, time for basic medicine. We're gonna build this triage cot for ourselves. Yeah, I don't think I'm feeling extremely well. It's gonna take a cycle or two to recover. There we go. Nathan, go. No, I still see Marie and Steve. I just forgot about them. But yeah, I'm gonna be right back once I actually closed this off. Drained some of the polluted water and also approached this guy here. But then I feel like we've done some initial exploration and we have a better understanding of our immediate surroundings. Wonderful, I've done the entire cleanup. As you can see, we also encased the cool steam vent and we are now ready to drain the polluted water. Here in the cellar, everything is alright. I haven't done this one just yet. I think I'm gonna approach this one a little bit differently. But it's now time to enjoy the fruits of our labor, and we're also gonna dig up our first slime. But it is not going to be capable of off-gassing since it is still going to be submerged. However, we have to make sure that this remains this way. So I want to set up some slime storages here at the bottom. We're going to go, let's do 4. That should be plenty to get us started. But if possible, I don't want to introduce too many slime lung into the air just yet. So we're going to be careful about that. And as long as we have the slime lung submerged, nothing can go wrong. Organic slime. We probably want to keep this at a high priority, though, I'm not so sure. I don't want to interrupt my work all the time. Well, I guess initially let's get it a little bit of a higher priority. This way we don't risk anything. This means we can now open up this part here as well and drain this pool. We also have to turn off disinfect for these storages, just as a little side note. Oh no, it actually started the first slime lung outbreak. There's now some more polluted water draining. How wonderful. We're gonna keep on digging up and digging up even more at this point. Now we should have all the initial pools here and we will be able to continue the ladder shaft. But yeah, I would say at this point we're gonna wrap it up. I'm pretty confident about our situation here. we will be able to take our time to develop an awesome colony here. We're gonna do one final print, and with that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.